The Pichu London Cup Series makes its return to Homestead, Miami for the second race of the round of 8 in the 2023 mock playoffs as Martin Truex Jr. starts on the pole here in Miami. And now the battle for the lead goes between Truex and Reddick, but Reddick gets a run on the bottom lane and takes the lead away from the 19 car, who is currently above the cut line right now, is looking to win to get into the championship 4. Denny Hamlin sits below the cut line, 3 points back to be exact, and he takes the lead from Tyler Reddick. He knows he's got to pick up the points in order to get into the championship 4, and he's trying everything he can to try to win here at Homestead. William Byron is in second place, but he's going to go for the lead against Denny Hamlin. Byron is now in the playoffs, but he's looking to win after coming so close last week at Las Vegas and being passed on the final lap by Bubba Wallace. Now Byron takes the lead from the 11 car. He's going for another victory for the 24 team. Even though they're out of contention for the championship, they're still racing as if they're still competing for a title. Dale Earnhardt Jr. makes his return to the Cup Series in the 88 this weekend for his own team, but he gets off to a pretty bad start as he goes into the wall, nearly in last place, but he's trying to make the most of this opportunity. The 4-2 this weekend driven by John Hunter Nemechek, and then after this week, Carson Kvapil will take the 42 at Martinsville, and Carson Hocevar will take the ride at Phoenix. This is the last race planned for the season for the Junior Motorsports 88 entry. Josh Berry ran a couple races, including last week at Las Vegas in that 88, but Berry will move to Stewart-Haas full-time next season, taking over Kevin Harvick's ride. 13 car is also an open entry here at Homestead, Miami. It's being driven this weekend by Derek Kraus. Lane Riggs will be on the 13 next week at Martinsville Speedway. 13 getting a few more starts in before the season comes to an end. Alex Bowman, though, takes the lead from teammate William Byron as he goes out in front. The 48 is also not in playoff contention, but is racing for another victory today. And Kevin Harvick is in the 4 this weekend with a familiar paint scheme. It's the same one that he ran with in the 2014 season when he won the Cup Series championship in real life. And since this is his final full-time season in the Cup Series, he's paying tribute to that championship season by running the scheme again here at the track he won the title in 2014. And Harvick is trying to make the most of his opportunity, trying to get at least one more win before he retires from full-time competition after this season. There's still rumors that he could be running a part-time schedule next year, but right now they're just rumors at this point, and Harvick is still looking for a deal elsewhere. The 24 car, though, William Byron retakes the lead from his teammate, and now Christopher Bell looks to the low side, trying to get by the 48 car. A lot of these non-playoff drivers all trying to win here at Homestead, trying to make a statement here today, here at this racetrack, but Eric Almirola, though, is not going to be one of those winners today, as the 10 car goes up in smoke and comes down to pit road, and his race is over. It was just announced that the 10 car will not be returning next season with Eric Almirola on the wheel, and neither will Smithfield in general, so they'll have a new driver next season in that 10 entry. Josh Bianchi also goes up in smoke as well in the 78, and he is also out of this race. 2 drivers up in smoke already at the start of stage number 1, but neither of them would bring out the caution because they would both go to the apron before they would make contact with the leaders. Bianchi, though, just not able to make it onto pit road, unlike Bowman. Nearly gets into the leaders, but thankfully, though, they were not making contact with that 78, so all is well, and Bianchi will have to go down to pit road. The 5 car, though, has a problem. Kyle Larson goes down. Something goes wrong with the car. Larson comes in above the cut line, and this is going to hurt his chances right here. He's going to have to get some big points next week at Martinsville as he's not going to be able to start up. Larson brings out the caution because it looks like he's a little bit above the track, right in the way of the other leader, so that's why the caution had to come out for Larson's stoppage, and for the other 2, the caution didn't come out. But William Byron is going to hang on, and he's going to take stage number 1. The 24 car takes the first stage here at Homestead, Miami. He was almost untouchable ever since taking the lead early on in stage number 1, but the leaders will have to come down pit road before the start of stage number 2. The 6 car off to a pretty bad start in stage number 2 as he has to come to pit road before the green flag. I think there must have been a problem with Brad Keselowski's car, and he had to come to pit road before the start of stage number 2 to get it fixed. The 24 car hangs on to the lead, but not for long as the 19 March goes down to the bottom. try to take the lead away from William Byron. Truex looking to win to get into the championship 4, stands above the cut line in a good position. Spin out that 42, and that brought out the caution and set up a restart, which gave Martin Truex Jr. the race lead again. He was able to get by Ryan Blaney, but Chase Elliott standing right behind him. He's still trying to go for the race lead, and he is trying to win to get into the championship 4. All these drivers trying to lock themselves into the championship 4 without having to worry about Martinsville next week. Elliott takes the lead from Truex Jr., and he's trying to pull away. There's Alex Bowman, though, going to try to take the lead from his teammate, and he does clear him, but something goes wrong with the 48, and he goes below the apron. He is very slow. Something goes wrong with the 48 car, and he loses the lead and might have lost his chance to win this race. A problem for the 48, probably almost similar to what the 5 had earlier in the race. And now the 6 car goes up in smoke. You saw him on pit road before the start of stage number 2, but it looks like that problem was never fully fixed as the 6 car goes up in smoke, and it looks like their race is over. Keselowski to the pits now, and his race is done. 47 takes the lead briefly as the leaders come down pit road before the end of stage number 2, but Stenhouse will have to make his way to pit road to take his green flag stop, and that's going to briefly give the lead back to Alex Bowman. Bowman struggled after having that car go awry, but he was able to briefly take the lead when green flag pit stops happen, and now he has to make a pit stop. That's going to give the lead back to his teammate Chase Elliott. So the 48 does the right thing, gets out of the way, and gives the lead to his teammate. Chase Elliott, though, is trying to hang on and win this race, but for now, he's going to win stage number 2. Gets into the wall a bit as he was trying to avoid the lap car of Daniel Suarez, but he's able to continue on to the race and is able to hang on to win stage 2 here at Homestead, Miami. A much-needed stage win for the 9 car, even though we don't award stage points in mock races, but still a lot to go into the momentum heading into stage number 3. But the momentum is going to shift in the favor of the 16 of AJ Allmendinger as he takes the lead from the 9 of Chase Elliott. And Allmendinger takes the lead with Eric Jones following him in the draft. But here comes Chris Buescher. What a run he got off that corner. And now the 17 is your new leader. Chris Buescher is the leader at Homestead, Miami, trying to pick up his second win of the season. He won a couple weeks back at the Roval. And his teammate won at Texas during the round of 12, believe it or not. So RFK knowing how to come clutch and late, even though neither driver's in the playoffs, but Christopher Bell's going to easily pass the 17 just a couple laps later, and now the 20 car is back out in front, but William Byron takes the lead away from Christopher Bell another few laps later. Byron is trying to hang on to win and get redemption after nearly winning at Las Vegas last week but getting slowed up by lap traffic. I'm sure lap traffic won't be as bad as it was last time, but Byron's got to be real careful here because Martin Truex Jr. is going to go try to take the lead away from him. And now Truex clears Byron, and Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 is your new leader back out in front. He's trying to win to get in the championship 4, but he's got a hungry pack right behind him as Truex is trying to hang on for dear life to lock himself into the championship 4 before Martinsville next week. But Denny Hamlin, though, is going to go right past him. He's apparently not going to help out his teammate one bit. He's below the cut line. He needs to win. And now Hamlin takes the lead away from his teammate, and he's trying to win to get himself out from the bottom of the cut line to the championship 4 spot. And now Tyler Reddick looks low. He's going to try to take the lead from Hamlin. Reddick also not in the playoffs. He's trying to steal a win here like the Hamburglar steals hamburgers. Now the 45 car goes in the middle line as William Byron goes to the bottom, make it 3 wide for the lead. 24 takes the lead away as Byron is your new leader once again. And he's trying to hang on to win here. He's got a good run off the exit, trying to pull away from the pack as Denny Hamlin hits the wall and loses a couple positions. Truex Jr. though takes the lead again from Byron. He's not giving up. And he is trying everything he can to hang on to this win. But Byron's going to fight back, though, on the bottom. As here he comes, trying to clear the 19, and he does. He's got the faster car than the 19, and he's trying to hang on for dear life to win this race. Leaders came to pit road before the end of the race, but Alex Bowman stayed out briefly again, and now he has to come to the pits and hands the lead over to his teammate, William Byron. A great teammate for that 48 car. He knows he's not in contention to win this race. He's going to try to let Byron take this win and make things interesting heading into next week at Martinsville Speedway. William Byron was able to pull away after pit stops, and nobody was able to really touch him after that for the rest of stage number 3. He knows he has to navigate through the lap traffic one more time as the white flag waves at Homestead, Miami. There is Bowman in the 48 car, and Bowman's going to let the 24 go on the outside so that Bowman gets the space. And so Bowman has to and goes down low and gets by to Byron. Byron doesn't have to worry about the lap traffic really anymore. He's got a half a lap to go. William Byron led the most laps today, was able to hold on a hungry pack at the end of the race. And here he comes off the final corner. William Byron secures another win here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And the championship 4 battle is going to go into Martinsville next week. And we still don't have a driver locked into the championship 4 yet. So we will know next week which of the 4 competitors will be competing for a title at Phoenix as we head to the paperclip in our next race. After we look at the results, we'll take a look at the point standings as we head to next week's race that will determine the championship 4, so stay tuned. The point standings as we head to Martinsville: Truex, Hamlin, Elliott, Larson above the top 4, and Gibbs, Blaney, Chastain, Dillon are below the cut line, but anything goes at Martinsville Speedway. Again, only position points are awarded, not stage points, but every position matters when it comes to Martinsville next week. You do not want to miss the penultimate race of the 2023 season. It's going to be a lot of fun to see which 4 will be in the championship at Phoenix in a couple weeks from now. Until next time, we will see you later.